Do you know what the most expensive thing you can possibly do for your gut is? Delay. By far the most expensive thing. If you delay long enough and you just don't address things for long enough, you're looking down the barrel of a very extensive, very expensive protocol. That's what you're looking at. So here are 5 signs you need to start working on your gut health today so that you do not need a big ass protocol for your gut health in the future. And by the way, if you don't deal with your problems today that are mild, they will become bigger. That is what we see all the time, okay? Number 1, here's your first sign. Food intolerances, food problems. There's your first sign. I see on posts we have all the time that the catch-all answer to all things is simple. Just don't eat gluten. There you go, just don't eat gluten. Or some people be like, I just don't eat dairy. It just solved all my problems. So let's be clear. That may help right now, but you're not fixing anything, okay? You're just avoiding it. So that's all I'm going to say about that, because that's the truth. So food avoidance, if you are having to avoid foods, there's your first sign that your gut is falling apart. Number 2, and this one's obviously gut discomforts, like digestive discomforts, bloating, gas, constipation, acid reflux, nausea, burping, belching, stomach aches, aches and pains, all that stuff. And by the way, laxatives and acid blockers and stuff like that, and all the fizzy stuff and all the pink stuff that you're taking down to help with those discomforts, those are not solving problems, okay? They are short-term Band-Aids at best, okay? So there's your second sign. Third sign, antibiotics. Everybody knows antibiotics are an absolute wreck on your microbiome. Doctors know it. That's why they're always just randomly saying, take probiotics. They don't know why, they just say, take probiotics. So there's your sign. If you're on antibiotics or have been, maybe you had to take an antibiotic for a sinus infection, maybe you got a UTI, you got a yeast infection, you got something, and you needed to take antibiotics, okay? That is a sign you need to start working on your gut health. You may not have problems right after you take antibiotics. I'm just saying, if I were trying to make a suggestion, I would strongly suggest if you are taking antibiotics or have recently taken antibiotics, you should probably take your gut health serious. You should probably do it right the first time, and you should probably make sure you have a strong gut so that things don't unravel. Number 4, stress. Have you ever been under high stress? Stress equals gut imbalances. Stress equals leaky gut, also called increased intestinal permeability or metabolic endotoxemia. It does have a name. Stress equals an increase in inflammation. Those are all just facts. So if you are under stress or have been under stress for a period of time and you have what we might consider chronic stress, there's your sign. You need to start working on your gut health. Stress is an absolute wrecker on your microbiome and your gut health, period. So there's your sign. Last, if you eat garbage. So a lot of people, your sign is that if you need sugar all the time, if you are constantly snacking and eating stuff that you know is unhealthy, there's a good chance, given the Western diet and what it is, there's your sign. If you're following a standard Western diet of fast foods, high fatty foods and stuff like that, you probably have gut problems. There's your sign, okay? Now, this video is for people that don't have major gut issues. For people that have major gut issues, and I am so sorry, you need to do the quiz. It is thorough, it's complete, it's big, it starts at the top, works all the way down, and it's pretty A to Z. We build them A to Z because as much as you may or may not think like you may think you have this or that or whatever, because the whole system is connected, we have to assume it's all broken. And then we work all the way down. Otherwise, you do kind of a protocol and then you're unhappy at the end because nothing got fixed or was helped or whatever we're allowed to say. So for everybody else that doesn't need a big protocol, that you're just worried about your gut health, either type in rehab. So rehab is the protocol we use to help strengthen the gut. It's the protocol we have people do that are on antibiotics that don't have big gut issues. We have people do that a lot. If you're worried that you have maybe imbalances that are a little bit more permanent, like you just can't get rid of certain things in your system and it's just kind of lingering and it's a concern of yours, ask for the cleanup. These are very easy, very simple, still very complete, very thorough, and they work very well. And for people that don't need big protocols, you should start here. And we always work on a cleanup and a build up, build out. So that's it. So we do cleanup, build up, build out. I would strongly suggest if you have constipation reflux issues, you at least need to do the quiz and do the first step or first 2 steps of the bigger protocols if you have lingering constipation, reflux, nausea, burping, belching. If you have those type of issues, you're concerned about low stomach acid, gastritis issues, indigestion, slow gastric emptying, you're going to want at least the first step or 2 of the bigger protocols. And then you can move over to you can actually go from the big protocols to the just maintenance if you want. Okay, so that's how we do gut health. It works well, it works very effectively, but whether you work with us or somebody else, before your problems become huge, before your small inconveniences and discomforts become just massively problematic, please start working on it today. Thanks. Bye.